friends, welcome to Storytelling Station and I am Shodabnath. Now let's start the second part of the story, The Cask of Amontillado, written by Edgar Allan Poe. If you didn't hear the first part of the story, please go to my channel and hear the first part. And I am also giving the link in the description of the first part. Now let's start the story. It is nothing.
Come, we will go back. Your health is precious. You are rich, respected, admired, beloved. You are happy, as once I was. You are a man to be missed. For me, it is no matter. We will go back. You will be ill, and I cannot be responsible. Besides, there is Lucchesi.
Enough. The cow is mere nothing. It will not kill me. I shall not die of a cough.
Oh, true, true. And indeed, I had no intention of alarming you unnecessarily, but you should use all proper caution. A draught of this meadow will defend us from the damps. Here, I knocked off the neck of a bottle which I drew from a long row of its fellows that lay upon the mould. Drink, drink, please. He raised it to his lips with a leer. He paused and nodded to me familiarly, while his bells jingled.
I drink to the body that repose around us. Yeah? Cheers!
And I to your long life.
These balls are extensive.
He again took my arm, and we proceeded.
I forget your arms.
A huge human foot there, in a field azure. The foot crosses a serpent rampant, whose fangs are embedded in the heel.
And the motor?
Nemo me impion lycesis.
Good.
The wine sparkled in his eyes, and the bells jingled. My own fancy grew warm with the meadow. We had passed through the walls of piled bones, with casks and puncheons intermingling into the inmost recesses of the catacombs. I paused again, and this time I made bold to seize Fortunato by an arm above the elbow. Then I said, "The night tree! See, it increases. It hangs like moss upon the walls. We are below the river's bed. The drops of moisture trickle among the bones. Come, we will go back from here. It is too late. And your cough."
It is nothing. Let us go on. But first, another draught of the medoc.
I broke and reached him a flagon of De Grave. He emptied it at a breath. His eyes flashed with a fierce light. He laughed and threw the bottle upwards with a gesticulation I did not understand. I looked at him in surprise. He repeated the movement, a grotesque one.
You do not comprehend.
No, not I.
Then you are not of the brotherhood.
How?
You are not the Masons.
Yes, 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 I am, yes.
You? Impossible. A Mason? You?
Yes, A mason.
A shine. Producing a trowel from beneath the folds of my roquelaire, I answered, "It is this." You jest? But let us proceed to Amontillado. Be it so, I said, replacing the tool beneath the cloak and again offering him my arm. He leaned upon it heavily. We continued our route in search of the Amontillado. We passed through a range of low arches, descended, passed on, and descending again, arrived at a deep crypt in which the foulness of the air caused our flambeaux rather to glow than flame.
In which the foulness of the air caused our flambeaux rather to glow than flame. At the most remote end of the crypt there appeared another less spacious. Its walls had been lined with human remains, piled to the vault overhead, in the fashion of the great catacombs of Paris. Three sides of the interior crypt were still ornamented in this manner. From the fourth, the bones had been thrown down and lay promiscuously upon the earth, forming at one point a mound of some size within the wall, thus exposed by the displacing of the bones. We perceived a still interior recess, in depth about 4 feet, in width 3, in height 6 or 7. It seemed to have been constructed for no special use in itself, but formed merely the interval between two of the colossal supports of the roof of the catacombs, and was backed by one of their circumscribing walls of solid granite. It was in vain that Fortunato, uplifting his dull torch, endeavoured to pry into the depth of the recess. Its termination the feeble light did not enable us to see. I said, "Proceed, Fortunato. Here is the Amontillado. As for Lucchesi, he is an ignoramus." Fortunato interrupted, as he stepped unsteadily forward, while I followed immediately at his heels. In an instant he had reached the extremity of the niche, and finding his progress arrested by the rock, stood stupidly bewildered. A moment more, and I had fettered him to the granite. In its surface were two iron staples, distant from each other about 2 feet. Horizontally from one of these depended a short chain, from the other a padlock. Throwing the links about his waist, it was but the work of a few seconds to secure it. He was too much astounded to resist. Withdrawing the key, I stepped back from the recess.
What happened to Fortunato? Will he manage to get the Amontillado? Will he manage to escape from the chain? To know the last part of the story, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon below. And don't forget to like the video